So the next person to speak is Priscilla West.
Good evening. My name is Priscilla West, and I represent the Leon County chapter of Moms for Liberty. We champion both students and teachers. I want to say that I'm the product of a public school education. I come from a family of public school teachers. My mother is a retired public school teacher, all of my grandparents, and my brother. They all served their careers in public schools in Louisiana, Texas, and Georgia. My own 12-year-old twins attended Florida public schools until very recently. That said, during the pandemic shutdown, we realized how far schools have drifted from their mission. They're meant to educate students. We were seeing some questionable indoctrination going on in very subtle ways via the Zoom schooling. We don't blame teachers for this. We blame curricula, we blame supplemental media, we blame activist groups bringing in free resources, things like this. We moved our kids to a private school and decided to do what we can to affect change. We watch and wait, hoping to return our kids to Florida public schools before these years have passed. Happily, Florida's public education system has changed somewhat. We're seeing meaningful change. We're optimistic about some of the things that are going on. We're happy to be in the Sunshine State, where we prioritize civics education and our parental rights are codified into state law. For now, however, the divisive ideology is still woven into the curricula and supplemental media, such that our family, isn't sure that we can shield our children from its harms. We don't see it, exposing it little by little feels like a giant game of whack-a-mole. We need full transparency around public education for Florida parents and for all taxpayers who pay into the system. Our Leon County members and our constituents have expressed the following topics of concern for the 2023 legislative session. I've given you guys a more detailed list, but I'm just going to try to run through a real brief summary. We want to expand HB 1557, parental rights in education, to include grades K through 12. We want to remove SEL, social emotional learning, from Florida schools. These third-party programs data mine our children using broad, non-academic surveys. The surveys claim to assess mental health or life skills while compiling personal and family information into a permanent psychological profile for each student. This data collected on children could have lifelong impacts. We want to broaden HB 1467, K-12 education, to increase transparency. We must make all educational materials used in all public schools accessible to all taxpayers. We also would like to limit school board member terms to 2 4-year terms. We recommend amending the proposed HB 1 to protect homeschools from excessive government regulation. We would like to see you amend the obscenity statute 847.012 by removing the harmful to minors loophole. Again, there's more information on that specifically in the packet I gave you. We want to see you make school board elections partisan for greater transparency. Voters deserve to know how, the political leanings of people making decisions with their public money. Please consider legislation similar to Louisiana's Act number 440, which requires, quite reasonably, age verification to access porn online. Consider legislation also similar to the Given Name Act, which is also in your packet from the Heritage Foundation. Moms for Liberty stands ready to support legislation relevant to our mission, which is educating and empowering parents to direct the upbringing, education, and medical care of their children. If any of you plan to propose legislation relevant to our mission, we would love to meet with you. We'd love the opportunity to review that legislation, and we thank you for the opportunity to bring you our concerns.
Thank you so much.